Anyway, um, I'm gonna come on and ooh wow, tell everybody what's going on. So I haven't been on um, that much lately, and for good reason. My hands have been full, that's for sure. Um, anyway, let me tag some people here, but it's a kind of a rainy Sunday afternoon, but I feel like the sun's shining down on me. But damn, Debbie Herson, what did you put in this dream catcher? Because Kevin's got some news for you, for everyone, and I can't wait to get started on this video. Because wow, I'm trying not to get too emotional here, but I have a feeling it's not going to work before I end this video. So anyway, I'm tagging quite a few people, and I'd appreciate it if you all shared this video. This is going to be a once in a lifetime for me. So anyway, last Sunday, I was sitting there kind of minding my own business, and I got a message from a beautiful lady, and what happened over the next week was just something. People, I couldn't tell you everything that happened over the last week if I wanted to. How fast, how undeniable, and how just pure, filled with good intentions. Everything that happened over the last week happened. But let me try to go back and explain exactly what happened on Sunday. This time Sunday, all day Sunday, a week ago. Me and Melanie May had an amazing, what I would call beyond spiritual connection on Sunday, and we literally burned up batteries and phones, and we were just really felt at home talking to each other all day Sunday. And Monday came around, and the same thing. We just felt so relaxed, and there were a lot of signs popping up, a lot of synchronicities about our timelines and about the journey that we walked and everything else, and just almost too many to even to mention. So at the time that we met online, she had reached out to me and felt that, and she really hadn't even been following my page, which is ironic, but she kind of reached out in a spiritual sense and said, I feel like I got this message for you, and I'd like to give it to you. So, that transpired into almost a 24-hour conversation when you really look at it. And the next day of just, I'm not even sure how to explain it. Trying to figure out what just happened. Is the best way, is probably the best way I could put that. Because it was just one side after another that why we came together had a big purpose. So, me, guys. I'm a dreamer. I'm going to take chances. I'm going to take risks. I'm going to do things that just don't seem normal to the normal person. But, Tuesday came around, and somehow we got started talking about this deal that I've been having medically, and she just seemed to know everything about it, and sure as heck, it panned out everything. Instead of an intrusive surgery now. I'm getting treated without any kind of intrusion at all, and the risk of getting more problems coming about. But there's more. Wednesday comes around, and we're just dying to meet each other. And she's in Daytona, and I'm still here in Winter Haven. And her daughter somehow gets hurt and can't go to school, so Grandma's got to keep her home, and she wants to go see Mom. And so, I told her, I said, why don't you come back to Winter Haven and get your daughter? And, if you see a guy standing on the side of the road hitchhiking, pick me up. I wouldn't mind going to Daytona for a little bit. Joking around more or less. That's probably the best way to describe how I ended up in Daytona. But there was a medical reason for it too. I saw somebody that kept me from getting another surgery done, which was amazing how that all transpired. But then, I got to meet this amazing woman, and she did. She picked up the hitchhiker on the way back to Daytona, and she had a friend had given her a week long getaway. Melanie, you're just too stressed out. You need a week away vacation to just collect it. And she was planning on spending all that time alone. And God said, "You're not going to spend it alone." And a lot of really cool stuff started happening. And so, I went up there. I took a chance, and I saw this doctor up there, and sure as heck, he saved me from surgery. And we were walking around town like we were a family. We were going to the beach, building sandcastles, me and her daughter, and I just felt love like I had never felt in my whole life. And we really, truly did. We just had a great connection. I wasn't expecting what happened next to happen. I really wasn't. With everything that was going on, I guess I was just astounded, and so was she, at how good everything was going. And I mean, we were almost looking for. I stood outside at 6 o'clock in the morning and told myself, "You're 14 years older than this girl." And her daughter looks at you and smiles and says hi and wraps her arms around you and hugs you. And she's 7 years old, and you're just completely in love with this little girl. And you were dancing on the pool deck with her and her mom and acting crazy and feeling so alive again. And I thought to myself, what the hell is 14 years? And I went back in her and I told her that I can't imagine my life without her in it. And she just busted out in tears. Numerous times, not only my interaction with her daughter, but the interaction between us. It truly is a deep, loving, caring, compassionate feeling towards each other that literally was there from the start. And, I've called her my meant-to-be. I called her my godsend. I've called her all these things already. And, we got back home and I'm not sure how to say this. God working in a miraculous way again, I believe. She's been having a little trouble paying because of her, she is a freelance business advocate. And business hasn't been all that great. Part of the reason why a friend sent her away for a weekend, and um, her landlord, she's been having a little trouble paying rent. So her landlord pretty much has been breathing down her neck rudely. So we talked about what we both want. We talked about our hopes and we talked about our dreams. And we talked about our feelings towards each other a lot. And she looks at me like I'm a godsend, and I look at her like she's a godsend. And as hard as it is to believe everything that's happened, it's unfolded right before our freaking eyes. And so when she's telling me all this, I said, why don't you let me go over and talk to your landlord, because I've already got in my mind that I'm probably going to talk to mine, and somehow or another we're going to end up together real quick, because I can't even stand the thought of going back home and you leaving. You drop me back off home and me leaving. You leaving. So, by the way, this isn't about sex, folks. That's probably the least thing this is about. This is about a true, loving connection of the two people that just seem to miraculously care the shit out of about each other. And I'm not even sure how that happened, but God sure did make it happen. So anyway, I went over and I talked to her landlord, and even invited him to my Facebook page, because I planned on getting on here and doing just this. But I made him an offer, a very generous offer of that I would make sure that he got paid every month on time, if he allowed me to just allow us just to get past Thanksgiving. And every month I would give him his rent on time. He wouldn't have to worry about getting it weekly or anything like that. Let's just say that I walked away and asked that he would look at my Facebook page and what people say about me. And if he felt it in his heart to give us an opportunity, that'd be great. But if not, then I'd be back with Melon, and we'd be packing her bags, and she'd be leaving. And he was like, the sooner the better. And I was like, okay. So we drove back over to my place, and I showed her where I lived. I'm not real proud of where I live. I've lived in places that the garage was bigger than this. And I said, this is where I live. I said, I'd love to have you and your daughter come kind of declutterize, and I'd love for you to come and make this a home. And she put her arms around me and said, I've never felt so free in my life. She didn't look at what I had or where she was going to put her stuff or how we were going to do it, or, you know what she told me? She said her little daughter said, she just loves the way I snore. So I said, you know what? Go home and get your daughter, and you bring her on back, and now that we saved all this money, because you're going to be moving in with me, I think we need to go out to dinner. And I just looked up to God and I said, thank you. Because I was just blessed with an amazing woman that a whole lot of people have never believed in. And believe me, I know what that feels like. And this angel walked into my life. Didn't look at no 59-year-old man. No, ma'am. She looked right straight into my soul. And the synchronicities that we started feeling towards each other and timelines and everything else were a bunch of damn broken roads that led us right into each other's arms. You're damn right I'm going to hold on to her, Betty Jean. And anybody that's been watching my story, I'm going to tell you one thing right now. This woman right here was worth every minute of every second that I had to wait for. And she's going to bring out the best in me. And that little girl loves the way I snore. And this little place, she's probably going to hear her quite a bit. But, my God, people, I feel so alive. When she holds me and looks at me and I look at her, I can't imagine another day without her and that little girl in my life. And I may not have much, but I know when those two walk through that door, I'll have all I ever need. And that to me is priceless, folks. And Debbie Jane Harrison, my sister, you are some kind of magic. The day that dream chaser showed up my doorstep, my dreams started coming true. Wow. And believe me, I don't plan on letting this one slip through my fingers. You know, it's funny because I think for a little bit she didn't think she deserved me. I think for a little bit I didn't think I deserved her or that little girl. And I think for the last 7 days, God's been working overtime going, what the hell is wrong with you two? You had faith to get you this far. Don't give up now. It's not soulmates. This is twin flames. This is mirror images. If I would have recorded this last 7 days, you all's jaws would have been dropping going, wow. If these two, we were feeling so blessed last night. I'll give you an example of how obvious it is we belong together. We were feeling so blessed last night. We went to, stopped at a little quick shop, and we picked out a couple numbers in the lottery. We were just feeling lucky. And this guy behind us didn't know either one of us. Said, you two are going to win. He goes, holy cow. He goes, the energy coming off of you two together. He goes, if anybody could manifest a win, it would be you two. He goes, I had to stand back. This is meant to be, folks. She's a great gal, and she's been through some rough times, and I've been through some rough times, but when we're together, it just seems right. Everything just seems right. And I never in my wildest dreams thought that I'd have a young 7-year-old daughter again. But I've never had a young 7-year-old daughter to begin with, so why not try it? Why not? What have I got to lose? A little girl going, I love the way you snore. And a mother looks at me and doesn't even have to tell me she loves me. I got absolutely everything to gain and absolutely nothing to lose. We bring out the best in each other, folks. And it is, Bob. It's so freaking funny when you open yourself up to being loved, to believing in the unbelievable. What can happen? I'm not sure how we're going to do this, but I know one thing. That man up above has been watching this country boy for the last 3 years, and he just gave him a huge blessing that for the life of me, sitting here last Sunday, didn't see coming. And he pounded it through both of us all week long going, what else do I got to show you? And even when we were in agreement, yeah, we were right, we belong together. He's like, no, not together tomorrow, not together the next day or a week from today, right now. He said, there is no more time. You guys have waited long enough. You're in places, she's in a place where people are just dragging her down. She feels so alive with me. She feels so empowered with me. And rightfully so. She is an amazing woman. And I can't wait to bring out the best of her. I'm sure, of course, I got to deal with a woman again, but you know what? For that one, I'll do it. She'll be worth it. She's going to bring out something to me that is going to blow the socks off this world. And I'm going to try my best for that little 7-year-old girl because she likes the way I snore. I love you guys. Have a great Sunday. And, you know, somebody suggested that I put up a GoFundMe page. I don't need to. I don't need to. My blessings are coming, folks. They're going to come from all over the place. And I won't even be able to tell you how they happen, but it's going to happen. I said that a woman's going to have to come into my life and see where I'm at. And it won't matter one bit to her. The only thing she'll ever want is to be loved by me. And I just found her. I wish she'd walk right through the door right now and you all could see. But that's coming too. Because we've already talked about a YouTube channel. We've already talked about a lot of things. So, breathe it in, folks. When you open up your mind, your heart, and your soul to the possibilities, just amazing things can come into your life. And I do believe God just said, this is going to happen this way, it's going to happen this way, because you two just are having too hard of a time trying to figure it out. So we're going to make it to where she has to get up and leave everything pretty much behind and move into a place where you two can concentrate on being a family. You're right, Susan. It is a match made in heaven. She's way more than too good enough for me. But I'll take that blessing. And I'm way too more good enough for her. And she'll take that blessing. And my God, we're going to run with it. We're going to run with it. and we're going to dance in the rain with that little girl, and we're going to show that little girl what my mom and dad showed me. What being in love, what doing what you have to do for the better of that person. What kind of life you can live together when you give it all to each other and to God. And thank Him every day for putting you guys together. Because right now, there's no denying, not one doubt, that God exists. There's no way 8 billion people on the face of this earth could I have ever met a woman that more mirror reflects myself than her. It is just like going, wow. Holy shit. I was looking for somebody I had a lot of connections with. The only thing we probably don't connect, although I can dance to it, is some of the music she listens to, but it's all upbeat stuff. And her daughter loves it, so I'm going to have to learn it. And who knows, I guess I'm going to be singing Taylor Swift before too long. But that's all right with me. But I ain't wearing no pink tutus. A wig maybe, no tutus. I love you guys. Have a great Sunday. This is a feel-good story, people. Please share it.